Welcome back to this instructional video on getting started with Itopia and Autodesk Inventor today. So for a lot of our students in Tech Ed, we are trying to design something that we're then going to take that file and go make it. We might need software like Mastercam to make it on the CNCs, or Lightburn to make it on the laser engravers, or Prusa Slicer to make it on the 3D printers, and so on. But in order to make that file, a lot of times we need some sort of CAD software. The two main CAD softwares that we're going to be using in here typically are going to be Autodesk Inventor and AutoCAD. We're going to go ahead and get started on Introduction. Well, that happens once in a while, so make sure we're saving often. We're going to go ahead and get started on the introduction of Autodesk Inventor. I've already opened up my Itopia account. I've already connected to Google Drive so that I can save and open my files through that process. So here I am opening up Autodesk Inventor. I'm not going to go in depth on how to use Autodesk Inventor in today's discussion, but we are going to talk about some various ways to find your files, kind of like the previous introduction or file management for Itopia, but this is going to be specific to Autodesk Inventor. So we got Inventor open. We're going to start with maybe making a new file from scratch. So here's your standard IPT file, or your assembly files, your drawing files, and so on. So we'll start with a standard part file. And this will open up, and then maybe we want to draw something and save this part file. So we're going to go ahead and just do a simple sketch. Create a block. I'm not even paying attention to size right now. I just want to get this part created. So let's say we want to save that block. Save as or save. Choose our Google Drive. Into your drive, find your folder for whatever this project was. So maybe this is a robotics part or a CAD class thing. So if this was a CAD class, then we go into class intro to CAD. We'd maybe create a folder in here called project 1, whatever the name of the project might be, and then give this a part name cube 1. Save. You'll notice we actually created a folder in Google Drive through Inventor. If we go over to the tab outside of Itopia and look at Google Drive, class CAD, we now have a folder called Project 1. We created that in Inventor because we're linked to Google Drive, and there's your cube file. So that's how we can save files. We know that we can open them as well by going to find those file types here, wherever it might be. So I'm just going in, seeing if I have a random CAD file here somewhere I can grab. So machine tool maybe, tic-tac-toe project. Here's a CAD file from my folder structure. So we can save files into our drive. We can open files from our drive. That's pretty simple. I do want to reiterate really strongly these project folders and class folders for what you're working on, because Inventor links the part files to the drawing files, to the assembly files, and so on. And if these files are just randomly in places on your drive, you're going to struggle big time with trying to find those files, edit those files, and do what you need to do. So I really encourage the project folders. Now, something I want to talk about a little bit new here is if I go to File, Open, or Save, and I go into Google Drive, we've also got this shared drive option here. And I think that this is going to be a very powerful tool for us in any time we're doing CAD, because many times you're in groups doing CAD, whether it is the desktop organizer project or train project for the IED class, or it is robotics for Skills USA or super mileage. There's many reasons that multiple people are creating files, and you need to bring them together for an assembly or share them. So this shared files gives us access to some folders. What is that? Well, if we go to Google Drive, here's your folders owned by your account. So this is me. And then there's this shared drives option. If you are in the same network, the mywusd.org network, if we create drive folders here and share them, they're going to show up under that shared. So in here I happen to have a Skills USA shared folder. Well, if I go over to my apps, into Itopia and Inventor, I can see if I scroll under shared, here's that Skills USA folder. Anybody who has been shared to that folder has access to it. So you could create a robotics folder in here, share it with your robotics team, and everybody's going to have access to everything in that drive. So everything for the robots should be in that drive folder, not in your drive and in the shared drive. It should just be in the shared drive. If we start the desktop organizer project, we should probably create an IED Team 2 folder and be putting files in there that you can then go open from Inventor. So this is a really powerful tool. Now, unlike Google, you can't necessarily open the same Inventor file more than once at a time. So you can still only have one person editing at a time from Google, but like Google Docs, you could have 10 people on the same document taking notes. We can't do that with Inventor files. So even though everybody has access, only one person should be editing that file at a time. So when you're done with Inventor, we're going to save whatever files we maybe have, the IPTs, the assemblies. We can still close out our little X's down here as we go. We can close out or minimize Inventor from this X and minus here, not the big one up there. If we're done with Inventor, we can close it out. And that would be the end of the session for the day. I know today's demonstration was a little bit short. It's getting into Inventor. It's saving and opening files from your drive, creating those folders, as well as shared drive folders for you. Hopefully this is going to help you get digging into our Inventor software utilizing Itopia. Thank you.